And Master, tell us more about your hobbies. We saw that you like to ride bikes a lot, and what else you like to do besides that? Like,
Yeah,
and tell us like how
yeah.
is your life with
Uh,
the bikes?
I believe a lot in if you are a fighter, okay? If you're a fighter, you must have other sports to relax yourself, you
Right.
know? So I always did in my life two, three, four sports at the same time,
What do
you
you
know?
used to do?
I used to play, my first job was a tennis player, a tennis teacher. I used to play tennis very well. I was a judo guy, and at the same time, I was one of the good
You still
tennis
playing?
player.
You still
Yes,
playing?
yes, 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 yes. But I surf, I climbed rocks. I created the first indoor climbing wall in Rio de Janeiro in '94. I I like to kite surf. I scuba dive. I play volleyball very well. I'm not very good in soccer because I'm a Botafogo fan, so I didn't had to like a lot soccer. You know, my team just got fucked
Just
up.
suffer, just suffer.
Yeah, exactly. So once you have a sport that it takes too much from you, because fighting is survival, now. When you are training and the guys submit you, when you were young, not now in my age, I don't mind if I tap because I made so many people tap now with 58. I'm a survival, because I still like to train with young people, to young guys, and now I tap. I have to tap. It doesn't matter because the guys are really tough. It's different. So because the fighting takes so much from you, I think it's the top sport in the world that really it's a survival thing. You must have other sports to relax yourself because normally when you are a good fighter, you have talent for other sports as well. There are so many surfers that are black belt now, so many black belts that are surfer, and to be in the ocean. I advise every athlete that has ocean close by, a jiu-jitsu fighter, to go for the ocean because the ocean heals you. The salted waters heals you. That's why we have an ocean inside our body. People don't think that, but when you cry, salted water. When you sweat, salted water. And we came from the ocean. If you go for the evolution of the human being, we are mammals that we grow up, and maybe the cure of our body is in the ocean. Always when I go to the ocean, I'm sick, I'm a little bit with a little cough or something like that. If I go to the ocean and I swim, or if I surf, I go back home clean. It's healthy, Exactly, I feel better. So I think everybody must have a second or a third sport always beside you fighting, because you relax.
To
You,
relax
you
your
need to
mind.
relax. Yeah, fighting takes a lot from you, emotionally, physically, mentally, and like for instance, going for yoga is fantastic. This is what is discovered that Hickson brought to jiu-jitsu, the breathing, and the yoga, because when you are there, when you are in a moment that people are strangling you, pushing, going to your back, if you wait, if you breathe properly, you survive. I had a moment in my life that jiu-jitsu saved my life. Okay, it was in 23 of April in 1988. Okay, 1998. It was day of St. George, the saint that is a warrior. Okay, and I was smashed between a big bus and a truck that lost her brakes. Okay, I I just was just behind a bus, and this
You was in your car?
I was in my car, clean, stop, listen good music, Rio de Janeiro, just behind a bus. And this truck, he lost his brake, and he smashed me in the car, like this. My car was like the size of the sofa, okay? I'm a big guy, I'm a 6'2" but I was smashed in the pedals, okay?
Right.
The roof of the car was touching the seat of the car. My car exploded, and I was stopped there, for half an hour, completely smashed. I couldn't move a finger, I couldn't move a feet, I couldn't move nothing. I was completely awake, you know. It was an accident that my car was in the second page of Globo Journal, okay? because of the smash. It was something terrible because when the accident stopped, I was completely smashed there. It was the worst moment of my life because I didn't know if I was gutted. I didn't know if I had legs broken or my spine, or I didn't move, nothing. And I had, at that moment, I had to lower my breathing to nothing, just to survive because I couldn't just, I couldn't because I was completely smashed. And then the rescue guys arrived. They had to cut with the zzz, cut all the car to put me out of this situation, you know.
And you was not injured, nothing?
And Jiu-Jitsu saved me because I used to train hard and people smashing me, going to my back. I need always to learn, okay, how to breathe in the moment that you are in danger in Jiu-Jitsu, especially when they go to your neck. And this was what yoga and Jiu-Jitsu gave to me. Gave me the patience not to get desperate at that situation, right, because I could just and couldn't breathe and had a heart attack or something, or had a problem or just faint, I don't know, you know. So I had to lower my cardio, I had to lower my breathing, and Jiu-Jitsu saved me at that moment. I know that.
How long were you there?
Oh, I stayed there for maybe 40, 45 minutes, you know. It was the worst moment in my life. But amazing story because when they cut all the car and took me out, when I stand up, the lady of the doctor that was in front of me, all the fire guys, everybody, they looked to me like that because I had nothing in my body. I stand up like this with not even a little cut. Wow. My father, he's Scottish. I'm black belt in judo and jiu-jitsu. It was in the day of St. George, the guy who killed the dragon, you know, the warrior of the saints.
Yeah.
And it was something that was amazing. They put me that belt here. They took me directly to the hospital because they thought that I was injured inside or lots of problems inside my body. I could be broken, but the adrenaline was making like that. The thing was all the 11 fire guards that were there, they went to see me at the hospital. They came to me, they looked and touched me and said, miracle. The other one touched me and said, I never saw anything like that. And then the other guy came and say, cried, you know, and get out. And I didn't understand, you know. I was not understanding. I only understand what I passed when I have to go back to pick up my car there, okay? And when I saw my car with my dad, I never saw my dad crying. My dad looked to the car, looked to me. I saw the tears falling from his face, and looked to me and said, you have a protection. I don't know, you know. And the car, if I show to you the picture one day, I will show you. You're gonna say unbelievable because it's a bunch of iron deformed, you know. Nothing was. You couldn't use nothing. I had to get the car, put with a guindaste to a truck, and the truck took me to my street, put the car there like a box with deformed iron, pluff. All my friends in the street, they said, Ricardo died. They thought a month during 10 days, they thought that I died because the next day I traveled to Europe to make a job as a model.
You just keep your life
normal, but everybody thought that I died, you know. And then when I came back 1 month later, people, oh, you didn't die, because those years it's like to phone my mom is like 2 hours to wait in a line. There's no internet, no cell phones, nothing, you know. To write a letter, to send a message, it took like 10 days, 15 days to arrive the letter, you know. It's amazing. It was amazing. Yeah, and Jiu-Jitsu saved me. The briefing, you know, the importance of the briefing when you are there getting smashed, you know. And a lot of people, athletes, they don't pay attention in briefing, you know, even today, okay? Because if you are, when you are in a position that the guy is strangling you, if you turn a little bit your head, if you put one finger sometimes with patience, you don't tap, you know, but you have to get used yourself to breathe properly, and yoga gives this to you, you know, and that saved my life at that moment.